Okay, so how I'm going to have you start with your practice here. Let me kind of jump on in here real quick and stand right over there for me.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to have you hit maybe, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do 6 balls. Okay. What I'm going to have you do is we're going to start slow. Okay. I want you to start to get a feel of the face and the swing. I'm going to get you in here and want you to put your heels almost together. Little space, feet flailed out. Ball's going to be placed in the middle of our stance. And all I want you to do is just kind of swing the club, okay? And what I want you to kind of notice on these hits is just where you're hitting it on the face, okay? That's how I want you to start warming up for right now, okay? Does that make sense, big guy?
Yep.
Okay? So what I'm doing is I'm taking out all the lower body movement and we're just getting used to how that club moves. Sound good?
Like a punch shot kind of?
No, just let the club swing. So, yep, just kind of swing it up, swing it down. We're not trying to kill it. Heels close together. There you go. Good. Just let the club swing. Just swing the club. All right. Swing it up. Swing it down. All right. See how you're a little bit behind it there? Okay. So let's just kind of go with that. Just try to get a good, clean contact. Better, right? Okay. Good. Let's do it again. All right, keeping those feet together as we start and just getting a feel for that face and what the club does. Perfect. You felt that face, I can tell.
Yeah.
Right? Good. Right, now let me ask you something. Is that something that you feel when you hit your ball regularly?
Sometimes.
Okay, but not all the time, right?
No.
Okay.
Definitely not on course.
Okay, good. Let's keep going. A little stubby, right? Feel that? Okay. We're not trying to hit the ball, we're just trying to swing the club, okay? All right, just let it swing. Better. All right, you feeling that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. There we go, good. A little thin, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So this is why I wanted to kind of show you this, right? This is a great way to kind of practice how to kind of swing the club in a small sense and where to get a feel for it, right? You get immediate feedback of what you kind of did right there, right? That's big, okay? Give me 3 more here, okay? Any questions right now, big guy?
No.
Okay. Heels close together, feet splayed out for me, and just let the club swing, okay? Let the club swing. All right? Better? Feel that? Okay. Hear that little click at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Go. Okay, get yourself positioned, right? Ball in the middle, feet splayed out, heels together. What was that?
A little thin, probably.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Good. You're starting to recognize it. That's all that matters. That's what we're trying to learn here, okay? How do I control that club face? A little heavy, right? Okay. 2 more for me, okay? There you go. Good job. Okay. Feet splayed out a little bit more for me. There you go. Good. Very good. You feel that?
Yeah.
Okay. So, with that being said, right, that's what we need to kind of feel at the bottom right there. Okay. That's almost that's a 40-yard shot that we didn't really put a lot of effort into. Right. So if we start to swing that a little bit faster and we start to hit that centerness of face, we're going to start being off to a good start. Right. Does that make sense? All right.
I sort of hit a similar shot when I take my 7-iron and choke all the way down, and I just do like a putting stroke.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it'll go like 120. I'm like bump and run to save the day.
Perfect, man. Yeah. But that's kind of what we want to kind of practice right now. All right, so I'm going to give you a couple balls here, right? And let's just kind of warm up now, okay?
Okay.
So that's how right now how I want you to kind of start when you start your practice out there. just give yourself like 10 or 15 balls, feet together. Get a feel for where that club face is.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then what you want to kind of do is practice, right? Start getting your feet a little bit further and further out, and just keep that same swing momentum. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay. There you go. Good. Keep going. All right. That one sounded pretty good. Take a look at that one, okay? Okay, see how that club's just kind of flopped right there? Okay. So if we can kind of keep that extended, right? Then we're going to keep it on plane. See how it gets real narrow right there?
Yeah.
Check it up there. Really good. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. If we stopped you right there, you're perfect.
Okay.
Okay? Let me see if I've got So I don't have what I wanted, but I'm going to try to do this for you. So this is a tough feel here, but I'm going to try to get you some more width. Okay. So go ahead and set up for me.
You want the club here?
Wherever you want, my man. You can go ahead and set up. It doesn't matter. Good. Okay, good. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this basket in your chest. Hold that basket between your arms. There you go. Okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to slowly take the club back for me. Okay? Okay. This is extreme.
Yeah.
Okay? But do you feel what I'm doing for you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I'm keeping that out in the way. If I want to keep that basket in my arms or in my chest, I've got to keep my arms out in the way. Okay? Go ahead and bend your arms like you like to. Okay? See how that thing starts to get funky on us, right? Most of the time it's going to fall out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so once again, set up again. There you go, put that right there. Okay, just give me a light backswing, a quarter swing here. There you go. Okay. This is the beginning of where we need to kind of be. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Once again. Okay, so let me get you here. Good. Good. Okay. That's better.
Okay.
That's better. Okay. Basket's not really the best thing for it, but that's okay. Does that make sense for us?
Yeah.
Right, I'm trying to get you to get more of your chest turning, keep your arms out in front of us, right? Your backswing's looking pretty good. It's just this part you go like this, okay? So
I think it's a subconscious thing for me to try and get leverage in the shaft. And then for me, like when I get here, I feel like, okay, now I can whip it from here. Sometimes when I try and keep it stiff here, and then I come down and boom, and I'm chunking because I know I'm not getting the weight shift. But then because when I do get the weight shift, I feel it. But then doing it all in one is
it's
hard,
tough,
man,
right?
you know?
So let's talk about the sequence, right? Let me give you some kind of understanding of how the sequence moves a little bit, so you get a little bit better understanding about where the whip comes from, right?
Okay.
So as I get here, right, and the downswing sequence is what we're working on, right? I'm going to get a little bit into the left side, okay, right, just a little bit, right? I'm getting that lateral shift, right? The belly button's going to start to turn, okay? The shoulders are going to start to turn, and the arms are going to start to turn, and they stay back behind me, right? If I get here like this, and then I start to get that whip feeling, you see how that club moves out and away?
Yeah.
And then we have that open club face, and we get this guy coming on over here. So we've got to learn to kind of, how do we move the body correctly, and how do we keep our hands back and stay patient? Does that make sense? Okay. So let's go again. Set up for me. Any questions there, big guy?
No. I'm going to try it.
So I'm not going to worry about the ball right now.
Okay.
Okay. Now the other thing I would probably suggest to you is that I think, let me kind of see here, by what I'm kind of looking like at your setup here. Where's the 7 iron? Where's your 7? This one kind of, I think it's probably. So here we go. Here's an issue that I see with you, right? You're probably a little bit taller than me, a little bit shorter than me, about the same height, right? Wouldn't you agree? Right, here's the issue that I see. Okay, this is a 7 iron, which is standard. Okay, this is your 7 iron. See how you've got a little bit extra length there? Okay, for me, I'm about a ½ inch short of standard. Okay, you're about that would make you probably more of a quarter of an inch or an inch longer than standard, right? So what I kind of see with you a little bit with your setup is that you're not going to stand up. That's just not who you are, right? You get down, and then I see that you kind of have this look right here where the toes kind of up. Does that make sense? Is that kind of what you kind of feel when you set up a little bit?
Well, I know because I cut my woods in my driver. I just haven't done it
with
my irons. So what I've been doing is I just sort of choke down an inch.
Okay.
And for now, that's just sort of what I'm doing. Cause I got this set for free, so I'm like, I don't really want to bother.
I get you,
know.
man.
But yeah, I've just sort of been choking down an inch.
Okay.
But
give me a little bit more choke down, just a little bit, just a smidge. There you go. And feel like we're kind of standing a little bit taller. Okay. I just want to see a little bit more of that toe on the ground. Does that make sense? All right. There you go. Good. Okay. I mean, I'd much rather it kind of even be. There you go. Okay? Does that make sense, big guy? Okay? Because once I start to get my angles down like this, that toe gets here, and the only part we've got to hit is in this area. Does that make sense? Okay, good. All right, so up to the top of your backswing for me, my man. Okay, good. I'm going to get you up here. Okay? Now what we're going to kind of do is we're going to feel like we're driving that down. Okay? Driving this down.
at the same time I'm doing this?
Well, it's going to be in conjunction with it.
Okay.
So if I have you step into it, what's your hands doing automatically?
They're coming.
Correct. Now if I can get you to step into it, now turn your belly. There, now you go. Now you're shallowing and now you're coming through.
Okay.
Okay? See how that's more on an inside path now? There you go. Okay? Do it again for me. Give me a little wider stance though. A little bit more than that. Got a 7-iron, right? Or
9.
9?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
That's typically what'll happen that I catch, is that fat.
All right, getting there, right? You feel yourself jumping up through impact? Okay, set up for me. Okay, and I'm gonna give you a feel here. Okay. All right, up to the top. Okay. So, if I get
So you want my hands higher, that's what I'm noticing here.
I want your hands like this.
Oh, okay.
I want your hands out wide. Okay. Now the other thing I'm seeing here is an issue with our right shoulder turning back a little bit. See how this is kind of more abducted here and then turning? Okay. So set up real quick for me. Let go of this guy. Okay. Put our arms across your chest. Okay. Now go ahead and get into posture. Okay. Rotate and turn. There you go. You feel that? Okay. Now let me see your arms. See this guy? There you go. Okay. Now if I have you bump into your lead side, see how your hands come down? Okay. Now I'm going to have you get your belly turn and then turn out of the way. Okay. Yep. And then release those hands. Okay. So here we go. We're going to set up again. Arms across the chest. You feel how much more down you're turning there? Okay. When you're kind of doing this thing, you're kind of like this.
Right.
Okay. Good. There you go. You feel how you're pushing into that ground now? Oh, wowzers, schnauzers.
Right.
Okay. Does that make sense? Okay. One more time. Do it again for me, partner. Okay. Good. Good. All right. Turn and jump. There you go. Good. That's it. That's what we need right there, okay?
Let me get a drink real quick.
Yeah, take a drink, man. Moving you around quite a bit.
I don't know why it's having it. Woke up a little early for me. I wake up so early on weekdays.
I know, it doesn't make any sense. You wake up late on your days to work, and then when it's your day off, you're like,
I know, right?
you're like, oh, man. What do you got on tap for the rest of the day? Anything?
No, nothing. Might hit the gym a little bit. Still sore from hitting the gym on Wednesday, I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah, well, yeah. I don't really, I haven't been really doing like heavy lifts lately, so I did some heavy lifting on Wednesday and still feel it in my chest a bit. But
Getcha.
we're, tomorrow we're playing at Tampa Bay Golf and Country Club.
Oh, okay.
Main course. So it's all of our first times there. I've been there, like I said before, just when I got my first lessons, but I've
Were you
never played
working
the
with,
main course.
what's his name over there?
Rick in the pro shop.
Oh,
But
Rick,
the-
okay, because I know there's
there's a-
Tom Gallo.
Yes.
I haven't met him. He seems like a really nice guy. And then I'm good friends with old Timmy Baker over there, the head pro or general manager. I'm not sure where he is now. All right, big guy. Give me a couple swings here, and let's kind of take a look at it on video, okay?
Try doing what we practiced.
Yeah. Right. Just try to keep that left shoulder turning down a little bit more, right? And keeping our arms away from our head.
Oh my. That ball went about 2 inches. Oh my God.
Right. I mean, to be honest
I
with
just
you,
can't stop doing it.
your golf swing isn't that bad. I'd probably like to see your feet a little bit wider and maybe
Okay.
turning a little bit harder into our right side.
Right.
Okay, like we kind of talked about there. But we got to get to the point where I'm right here that you stop. Okay, that if I got you right there, you're going to be a ball striker, pal.
Yeah.
I mean, but we just. Right, if I could get you right there, and if I get you to make this move up there, then you're going to be good. Okay. All right, so the whip's not going to come from the hands, okay, not till we get down here. So, no, that's whatever his name is. I'll get ready now. But let's watch. Right. Okay. All right. That's where you start to get your whip, right here. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're throwing your whip out here, right?
Yeah.
See where your greatest speed is,
Yeah.
right? But then it's going to have to slow down to allow your chest to come back. Does that make sense? And the face is wide open to allow that. Okay? So for this swing right here, okay, I want you to feel like you're swinging to hip high.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? All right, so go ahead and set up for me. All right, and if I kind of put this up here, go ahead and swing. All right, there we go. Good. Okay, now swing on back over to my other arm. Yeah. There you go. Okay? All right, good. So, we're just going to swing to left arm parallel. Okay?
Okay.
And then what I want you to kind of feel here, now let me ask you this. When you get up to the top, what is it that you feel like your wrist should do?
I feel like, well, that's not a good example.
Okay.
This is just what I do, though, right here.
Mm-hmm.
Should be more like this, right? I know we've talked about this, the
Yeah.
bowed wrist thing, and you were like, you have to have so much torque and.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't mind having a little bit of a cut left wrist. I don't want to see it bowed like, you know, like this.
Right.
That's crazy, right? Ideally in a perfect world, right, I'd much rather have that kind of flat,
Mm-hmm.
okay, matching the club face, right? I
Okay.
don't want to see this,
Okay.
okay? I really don't want to see this either,
Mhm.
right? I mean, you can see that's really controlling the face. But if I am a little bit like that,
Yeah.
it's okay. We can live
Okay.
with that, right? But I can't go like this, right? And I can't go like this. But for you, the big thing is that I can't go like this and then
Mhm.
feel like I'm trying to recock that thing.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Because where's my face?
Well, it's open.
Wide.
And if you don't get that weight shift, you're hitting a foot behind the ball.
Foot behind the ball, right?
Yeah.
So making sure that we kind of keep that out in the way, as far away from my hands. You can see my wrist does really well there. But
Mhm.
once I start to break that down,
Yep.
see how that works,
Mhm.
right? So if I could get you to kind of feel like your left arm's just parallel to the ground, like this, width, right? Now I've created that angle, and now as I get through here, this is where I whip the club, okay? So here, let's do this. I think we did this before, right? I'm gonna
Yeah,
have
I
you
think
take
so.
this, feel the whip out in front of you. Does that make sense? Okay, go ahead and do that. Okay, so
Just
when you...
the right hand on it? Or
You can do both hands if you want, but I want to hear that swoosh over here. Does that make sense? Good. Again. All right, where are you hearing the swoosh?
Bottom.
Okay, I want to hear a little bit more out over here. There you go. Okay. Do that one more time for me, big guy. All right. Okay, again. All right, try to get that swoosh out in front of you. Okay, so let's take a look at this guy. Okay.
Oh boy.
Well, the big thing is at least your elbow, your right elbow is getting a little bit too collapsed, but at least your left elbow is staying a little bit more straight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
you got to find some positives here. Okay. Okay, good. Okay. All right, so I see a little bit too much flex in our right knee here. Okay. It doesn't look like you've kind of turned, but you kind of turned up a little bit. Okay. Definitely link the swing, right? And I can tell if I were to look down the line, where do you think your elbow is in relationship to your body? You think it's out or down?
Probably down.
Probably out.
Yeah.
Right? Because if I allow you to kind of get more movements, right? If I wanted to get really long,
Mm-hmm.
see where I'm at there? Okay. If I get you to get more elbow down, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So here, let me set this up real quick for you. Go ahead and set on up. Just go ahead. No, don't worry about the flip. Just go ahead and put your arms down, get in there. Good. So as we come on over here, bring it on back. Bring it on back. Okay. Good. I want you to feel. I'm going to take this guy off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There you go. Like a
Okay.
server strike.
Yep.
Okay? Don't worry about this guy right now. Okay? That's where we need to be. You feel where that's at?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now if I had you say, hey, I need to bring that left arm in now. There you go.
See now, in this feel, I feel like I'm going on the outside of this foot.
Okay, we gotta feel like
I know, but then I feel like, so do I need to widen my stance more?
So here's the thing. So you're good. You're right on the right area. Okay? Look where your head and chest are. Okay, see how they're really just straight up and down here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's take a look at JT here. Okay. You can see, well, you get yours a little bit over here too. But we need to get a little bit more of our chest over our right leg here. You did it on that one, okay? But you can tell your chest is kind of more up and down here.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? So set up for me again. Arms across your chest. Good. A little wider stance. There you go. Good. So as I kind of turn you here, right? Feel where you're at there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now press into that lead side. Let that right side go. Right side. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Right there. Good. Yeah. You see how you're turning down now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if I allow you to just kind of stand there, right, and you kind of, because what I see here is you kind of get here and then you let your arms just go abduct across your chest, so it's kind of like this.
Mm-hmm.
You see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm getting you to kind of move more like this. Okay. See where my spine is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Much more in this position than just kind of getting here and then allowing it to go. Does that make sense, big
Yeah.
guy? Okay. So a way we're going to practice that, right? I'm going to kind of help you out here with that. Put this across our shoulder plane. Okay, good. Okay. Go ahead and get to your golf posture for me. Okay. And I want you to just turn that stick just behind this stick. Yeah. Come on, keep going. You have to stand up just a little. There you go. Okay.
Okay.
Where do you feel your weight in your feet now?
Still kind of going to the outside.
Okay, so I need a little bit wider stance then maybe. Okay, there you go. Good.
There we go.
Okay, so we probably had a little bit of a narrow stance. Okay, you just stand up just a little bit for me. Here we go, good. Now just turn. I think we're getting a little bit too far down. That's to be a standable. Set up for me. Here we go, good. There you go. You feel that?
Mm-hmm.
Where's your foot doing now?
I feel like,
It wants to turn out, right?
yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. So I want to.
So would I almost be better off like really kind of flaring this foot a little bit?
No.
No?
I want that as square as possible.
Yeah.
Because that's going to create torque. Does that make sense? If I get it like this and I turn, I'm not going to get as much torque if I close it. You feel that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's about as far as I can go
Okay.
without wanting to roll on this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we've got a little bit of some stretching issues that we need to kind of work on a little bit, right?
I've been doing some of your stretches that you
Good.
showed me. Going up to the corner, kind of.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a big one, man. Stretching that out, stretching out the hamstrings, that's big too. Okay? All right, let's keep on going here. But the big thing we got to do is we got to shorten up the length of that backswing, okay? Here's your club. Get straight. Let me see. Here, let me do this. I'm gonna try to get those arms to rest. So what we're going to kind of do here is I want you to just kind of put this underneath your arms, and all we're going to do is take half swings.
Okay.
Okay, what I'm going to get you to do is keep your left arm out in front of you and get used to that feeling. Does that make sense? Okay.
How'd you have it? Yeah, like.
Just underneath your armpits. Hold it underneath your armpits. Yep, there. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's go ahead and take our grip. Very good. Okay, so we're just going to swing to where the left arm is parallel to the ground, okay? Okay. Try to keep this guy out. Yes! You can bend him just a little bit. There you go. Good. You feel what I'm trying to do with this right arm? Okay, I want you to feel like this right arm pushing away from you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Huh? All right. Once again. There we go. Good. Good. Okay.
Okay.
Once again. All right. And give me a small swing through. Good. Again. Okay. You feel how that club's got to move in front of you a little bit now? Okay. How does that feel?
Not very comfortable.
Good. Good. Okay. So what I want you to kind of do here is I want you to hit 3-4 shots. Okay. We're not trying to kill it. Okay. We're just trying to keep that left arm parallel to the ground, right, and releasing the club. Okay. Trying to get a feel. This is no more than a quarter or a half shot. Okay. Not trying to kill it, just trying to go for a feel. Okay, partner?
Okay. I got super high.
That's okay. Okay, you feel yourself get a little
I
long there?
collapsed, yeah.
Okay. All right, just left arm parallel to the ground, okay? It's going to feel like a punch shot maybe, okay? Small little punch shot. Keep going.
Damn, dude, my hands are getting sweaty. These grips do not help with that.
Yeah, get yourself some cords or something like that. Those are the best, I think. There you go. Better.
Yeah.
Okay? Much better. You feel how you're using your body there?
Yeah.
And not just throwing your arms at it?
Yeah.
Is that a different feel?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Let's keep going, big guy. Okay. Good. Okay. All right, just a little half swing or quarter swing here, just trying to get a feel for keeping that left arm out and away from us. Just a little half swing, right? We're not trying to kill it, not trying to make a full swing here, okay? Is that starting to make sense to you a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you kind of feeling? Talk to me.
Stiffness. It's a little stiff, for sure.
Okay.
So it's just not what I'm used to, sort of.
Right. So the big thing I'm trying to do is I'm trying to pull movement patterns out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we've got too much of a left arm collapse and right arm going back. So for us, it's going to feel like we're kind of wide and tight, and that's kind of what I'm trying to go for. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that way you're going to have to utilize more of your body to make that turn and rotation, right? Than just you throwing your arms at the club or at the ball. Does that make sense? So keep that right there where you're at. Good. Okay, so we're just going to go left arm parallel to the ground like we're doing. Good. Good. And then what you're going to do is you're going to get on in here and you're going to throw that toe into the bag for me. Okay? So I'm going to move this guy just a little bit out here. Okay? I want you to imagine this is where your ball's at. Okay? And then all you're going to do is you're trying to get the toe out over here. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay, big guy. Give me a couple swings here. Okay? Get that toe into the bag. Come on. Get that toe into the bag. Really feel that right arm taking over as it comes through. Right forearm taking over. Okay, again. All right. You close the club face, but you're swinging this direction. Mm-hmm. Okay, I need you to swing out towards me. Exaggerate it. Yeah. Here.
Okay.
Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. It's exaggeration. Okay. Get it moved over here just a little bit. Okay. Give me two more. Let you have a break. All right. One more. Take a break. Okay. Really feel like you're swinging out towards that second baseman on the baseball field. Better. Take a break. Grab a drink. You catch any college football today?
I might. What time's the Gators game? Probably like
4:15, playing against my alma mater.
Yeah.
You guys are in trouble.
Hey, y'all looked good last week, I can't lie.
I'll tell you what, the coach definitely did a good job of going to the portal, the transfer portal,
Yeah.
and picking up some really good guys. I don't know if he's going to be able to hold up anything against the SEC or anything like that, but I think for as far as the America's Conference, I think we're in a pretty good spot to at least win our conference and then,
Yeah.
maybe get invited someplace, but who knows. But it's a big, big step from where we were a couple of years ago. You guys are going through some changes though too up there in Gainesville.
Needs to be the coach, but
I agree with you.
that dude is not that good.
No. I think I'm going to predict that probably by the mid-season of college, I think there's going to be two coaches gone. One's going to be the Alabama coach, the other one's going to be the Florida coach. coach.
Yeah.
I think those are guys that are
You said mid-season or end of season?
mid-season.
Yeah.
Because I think Alabama's probably going to lose 1 or 2 more, and they're going to look at that guy and say, "Get out of here."
Yeah.
And I can tell Florida is just looking for an excuse to get rid of their guy.
Yeah.
I mean, they're looking for the next good coach to pop up,
Right.
fill one in.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Is that your bounce over there?
Yeah, go right ahead. Absolutely, absolutely. Balls first.
Do you by chance have any extra water?
I think I do. I don't know. Do we have any here in the fridge?
Oh, I think I see one.
Here you go. Whew. You definitely got a good John Daly swing, I'll tell you that, man. I love that, man. You're not getting cheated on your length. All right. And I probably wouldn't worry too much about it if it wasn't for the fact that as you swing, you see how you start to come up and out of it here, which leaves the face open. Okay. Let's do this a couple times here. Let's just kind of set up for me one more time. Okay. I want you to take it back as far as you want. Get comfy. Okay. What I really want you to kind of do here is set up for me. And this is something I want to kind of work on just a little bit for today. Right? Is I really want us to kind of get the feeling of this. Okay. Okay. I've got to have that toe into the back. So we go through. Right. There you go. Feel that right form taking over. Exaggeration, of course, right? But that's what I want you to start to kind of get to feeling, okay? Because I need to, as much as you're kind of coming over the top and throwing the club, even with that being said, you're not controlling the face. It's all going out to the right, right? So we need to know what we need to kind of do to control that face, okay? So what I need to kind of have you feel, okay, as I swing, right? I feel like I'm extending out towards the right and my right forearm is overtaken. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Again. There you go. You feel that right forearm closing that face for us? One more time for me. Okay, get that toe in the back. Feel that right forearm turning for us. Yes. Okay. Now, 4 balls. Okay, I want you to do that same thing we just did. Okay, I want that toe into the bag. I want you to do that same thing for me. Okay, partner?
Okay.
Hey, it went left.
Yeah.
Right? That's good. Again. Good. Okay. All right. So I'll ask you this, see if we put it together now. If I asked you to give me a half swing and turn the toe into the back, could you do it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's give it a shot, okay? I just want you to give me what you think is a half swing, and then I want the toe into the back.
Sounded decent.
Let's try it one more time here. How did it feel for us?
Felt fine.
Okay, so more of a half swing, and let's feel like we're getting that toe into the bag for me, okay? Closing that club face. Feel that right forearm taking over through impact. Good. Okay. Right, I know it's not ideal, okay? But the big thing is now I'm getting you to start moving the ball left instead of sticking it over here in the corner, right? Okay, so we've got to kind of do this now. We've got to start making a little bit less of that forearm rotation, right? Start cutting back just a little bit on it, okay? And what club do we have in our hand?
9.
Okay, that needs to be a little bit closer to the center of our stance. See how it's really getting up? There you go. Okay, good. Give me a wider stance too. There you go, good. There we go. Right? Okay. So we're still over the top. Okay? It is what it is. We'll work on that, right? But right now we're getting our face closer to square, whatever that is, right?
Right.
Okay? Instead of it being 7 degrees or 10 degrees or 12 degrees open. Does that make sense, big guy?
What should the club path be?
So in an ideal world, let me talk about the science of it, okay? In a perfect world, I would like this probably about 1 degree or 2 degrees positive, swinging out in this direction over here. This is a positive, this is negative in the world of things. And I'd like the face angle to match that on the other side, so probably about 2 or 3 degrees closed.
Okay.
Okay, so you've bowled before, right?
Yeah, occasionally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did I talk to you about this? About bowling?
No.
Okay. So let me just kind of put it like this, okay? So, and bear with me, okay? All right. So when we're up there bowling, right, you notice that there's some dots on the ground, right? Okay. Let's say this is the center dot. Okay. This is the left dot. This is the right dots. Okay. When we get back here with the ball, okay, bear with me, okay? When you look at what dot are you looking at to throw over when you do?
Probably this one.
Correct. There's your
Yeah.
path.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if I were to talk about it, this is my target line.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is my path. You see what my arm is doing? It's going out to the right.
Mhm.
Okay. Now what does your hand do?
You kind of go like that.
Right? Your hand would be over by this ball. Does that make sense? So I'm just trying to put it in a different sport on the ground so you can kind of see it in the air.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Okay. So in a perfect world, I want my club path. Right here, let me jump on in there. And you stand right over there for my partner. Right? In a perfect world, right? I want my path to be in to out this way, and I want my face to close.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because those two things will offset and have straight. Does that make sense? Okay, so let me just kind of demonstrate that for you. Okay, so how I used to practice as a kid, and I still do this to this day, I just try to find that little inner 5-year-old of me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all I try to do is I try to swing out as far right as I can, and I try to hook the face. I feel like there's a big round circle that I'm hitting out around. Okay, I'm just trying to be a kid again, right? I think that's the best way of kind of practicing. So I just get here and it's just, and I'm just trying to find a way to keep that ball on the face and turn it. Okay, once again. All right, so I'm just trying to swing out towards the second baseman and then just flip the face close on that. Okay, path was a little bit over the top, which is kind of a little weird for this. I think the machine's a little bit off on that because I know that was positive. But that's how I would kind of practice with that, right? I just want to kind of feel like I'm coming from the inside here, going swinging out, right? And I want to feel that face close, right? Because if I look at this and how this thing works, right? See how that works? It wants to close. We don't want to keep it open, right? So it has to close. So once again, as I kind of work on this, right? Swinging out to the right, feeling my forearms rotate and close that face. That's at least for me.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Up tap, I think is not correct, but that's okay. All right. So give me a couple swings. Does that make sense, big guy? All right. Just feel like you're swinging out to the right and having those hands close that face for you. Yep. Just hit some small shots. We're not trying to kill it. Get that little inner 5-year-old in us that we love to play games. Yeah. Yeah. You see that? Okay. Maybe hit it a little bit chubby, but the things are starting to come for us, I feel. Okay. Right? Swinging out to the right. Feel that face. Okay. A little softer, a little slower. Get a feel for it. Okay, but look where your ball's going now. Does that make sense? Right. Swing out to the right. Right. Feel that face. The slower we do it, the easier it is. Okay. Once again, right? Swinging slow is going to help us, okay?
See, for me, when I swing slow, I feel like it doesn't help. I feel like it makes me feel like if I swing too slow, I start trying to do each step by itself.
Okay.
That's the only thing I've noticed. Because, like, you see all those TikToks that are like, oh, yeah, here, and then here, and then here, and then here. And then it's like,
yeah.
I can't, without any momentum from just here, I can't really hit the ball that good.
Okay.
I don't know.
You know, the big thing, as I said, we're just trying to get back to that 5-year-old, right?
Yeah.
He wouldn't have a lot of swing thoughts at all. It'd just be a lot of feel, right? Good. Huh? Okay. But don't get in the world of performance. Just get in the world of feel, okay? All right. There we go. Okay. So we're starting to close up the face a little bit better than what we were before, okay? That's the good thing. Okay?
Oh yeah, no, if I could hit that consistently, then of course I'd be a happy man.
Well, we're gonna get you better than that.
Well, I know, but even then, I'm like, dude, if I could rely on always hitting 75-yard carry, I wouldn't be that mad.
There you go.
Oh my.
Right? So the numbers are starting to go up. We're starting to figure it out. Okay? Busy out here today.
Sure is.
You got all kinds of crackheads over there.
You know, we've both been around here a long time. It ain't used to be like that.
There you go. You feel that? Okay? I know it's a little left, but look at the total.
Yeah.
Okay? That's starting to jump up. Okay?
Yeah.
I know that's a little bit with a closed club face a little bit and over the top path a little bit. Okay? But the big thing is, I don't mind that the face is that closed, okay? Because we are starting to close it, right? I'm just trying to get you away from having that face wide open. Good. All right. Now that I think that you're doing a lot of good things here, okay? I'm going to kind of do something here to you. All right, we're going to get that there. I'll move this guy right here on you.
Okay.
Okay? He's not close enough for you to hit him, but he's
Okay.
close enough for you to think about him. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But that's the path I want you to kind of go at right there. Okay? Does that make sense?
So you want me to go at this path, but then still
Right?
release?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. So it's out to the right and then release those hands. Right? Hands are going to close that thing. Hands and forearms. See how you suck your hands back in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So here, I'll just demonstrate real quick for you. Okay. What I want to kind of see here, just a little bit like this, right? Here, feel like I'm swinging out that way, right here. Right, so it's just here, get my hands to close as quick as they can.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes! Good work right there, buddy. Right? We've still got to work on that path, but we're getting that face to close a lot better.
The
Okay.
path is getting worse with every shot.
It's all right.
So that path is saying I'm going out to in, or
Out to end. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not trusting terribly too much on what the reading is because I hit a few that were probably about 6 or 7 under the plane and it said I was 3 over.
okay.
So I'm kind of taking that with a grain of salt. I'm going to give us a
Okay.
drill to work on to make sure that we're doing that. Good. Good. Okay. My big thing is what I'm trying to work on today here is getting this guy to be a little bit more negative. Right? He's going to get us more closer down the center and more closer down to the left and away from the right. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Okay, good.
You mind if I grab a different club?
No, go right ahead, man.
I'm just gonna see how it goes if I grab like a 7. My your last lesson of the day?
Yeah. Just looking at this lady out there arguing, and she's got some guy in the back of the car with no shirt, hanging his head out the window. All right, a little wider stance for me. There you go, good. Okay, swinging out towards that second baseman, turning the toe to the back.
I like the direction here.
I do too. I do too. I just need to know, are you starting to feel what we're talking about?
I am.
Okay, that's
Now
the big
I know I still need to work on the, widening.
Yeah. But you know, with you know what that is, and that's just going to take time. But we got to know how we can play and get that thing around the course right now.
See, I tried to stay wide there. I tried to stay a little bit wider.
Okay. Well, maybe it's just not, not that. It might not be our thing right now. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but like when I watch older people play,
Mhm.
they do kind of play like me, right?
Well,
they are a little bit more like bend. Because I watch this guy that I work with. He's basically a scratch golfer. He's a 64, I think.
Okay.
And yeah, he kind of has a similar look in my swing because you kind of lose your
Mhm.
flexibility. So do I kind of have like a senior swing? Is that how you would put it?
Oh, I would say that you've got a very long swing, right?
Okay.
The problem, the issue that you're going to have is this, right? It's just physics, right? If I have a circle, right, and that's a constant circle, I will consistently get in the same area,
Yes.
right?
Right.
But once I start to move that circle, I get a
Consistency.
consistent low point,
Yep.
right? Now, here's the thing with your buddy, right? He's an older gentleman. I would probably say that he's perfected an imperfectible move,
Yeah.
right? So he has grooved something that probably is not taught but works for him, right? And if I got with him, I'd probably say, listen, where I see your ball and directions going, I'm not going to mess with. But as far as technique goes, I would change that, and we would probably see more distance.
Yeah.
Let's say. I would probably see more consistency. But I would probably say for him, he's perfected an imperfectible move. And number two, I bet he's got an amazing short game too.
Oh, he does.
Correct.
Yeah, he
right.
does.
So that's usually what I see with people like that, is that they're a scratch handicap and all this, but they wedge you and putt you to death, and you don't really realize that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Once again. Yeah, what are you going to tap for today once you're done with this? You got heading on out?
Like I said, we might hit the gym, or I might hit the range after this. I don't know.
There you go. See how you're closing that club face, buddy? That's a big difference for us, okay? That's a big, big difference. Good work. All right.
Now, are you noticing, because I am trying to take a less of a swing, is it getting less behind me?
A little bit.
A little bit?
A little bit.
Still.
I mean, to be honest with you, a little bit, right? The big thing is that we got to, we're going to have to get used to the idea of probably getting the towel in, right? Getting used to this feeling right here, right? And then how do I generate power and speed from that position, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then we start to lengthen our swing. But to be honest with you, from here to here is the heart of the golf swing. Okay, you can play from here to here, right? It gets a little bit. We put window dressing when it gets up over here, right? But if I could get you to just get here and then get you to turn through, it'll slowly start to shorten up your swing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You'll start to feel how your body can make that move instead of your arms trying to generate the speed. Let's take a look at that back.
Tried to do that a little bit there.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh my.
Okay. So, let's talk about some of the drills we need to work on. Okay, big guy. Okay. So this is number one. We can see that the arms are collapsing on us a little bit right there. Now here's one thing I would say. I don't mind, right, if I look at John Daly, he's not going to have that much of a collapsed arm. He's going to have that club shaft in that position, right? But his hands are going to be way ahead of him, right?
Okay.
So I'm not a huge fan of it, but I'm not overly against it, right? I don't mind if you get here and you're like that, okay? It's a little bit tough, okay, I'll admit, right? But at least I'm keeping this radius of this arm, right? But once I start to do these things, okay, there's really only one way to go. I can only throw those hands to get them started. Even if I stomp in here, right, and then I pull, God, that's really steep, right? Okay?
Yeah.
So for us, right, we're going to have to think probably a little bit wider, a little bit deeper, okay, than where you're probably getting is probably over around by our neck, right? So want to kind of have that feeling, and let me see if I kind of do this. If I kind of, yeah, there we go. So take your lead hand, put the club in your lead hand, okay, and take your right hand and move it around like I just did. So yep. Now go ahead and push that back. There you go. Okay. So if I got you to do this instead, that's better. Okay. At least now you're starting to get a feel for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we still need to kind of work on the shoulders a little bit, but at least now you're keeping that left arm straight.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a feel right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so once again, set up again. Right. Good. Okay, so
Okay.
you feel where that left arm needs to kind of be a little bit. I'd like to see this elbow down. There you go, a little bit, but that's good. Okay, so it starts to close you off from being this.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So that's what we got to kind of work on right there. Okay? So maybe you get your hands just like this and we kind of turn up to the top. Okay? There you go. Good. Good. Okay? We start to get a feel for that. No, 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 no. You see how you start to bend that arm just a little bit?
See, I didn't even notice it.
Okay.
That's the crazy part.
I get you. I get you. There you go. Good. Now just swing down and through for me. Okay, feel how much easier it is to keep that club in front of you. Okay, once again. All right, so let's give you some drills. Okay, I think this, so the one with the arms, feel that left arm being straight. Okay. Let's see if we get this, right? So if I get you here, okay, and I say, hey, I need you to keep the club on the wall, okay? You wouldn't be like this.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Mhm.
So what we want
I've
to
seen this drill before.
I have you, okay.
Yeah, I just don't have a wall in the house I'm willing to destroy.
I got you. I got you. But if you can find some place to kind of practice, right, and get here and feel like your club is up, back over here, you can see where my hands are. But once I start to get that club bent, it's going to stay off the wall. It's not going to be like this.
Right.
Does that make sense? Okay. So come on over here real quick. Okay. Good. All right. So just feel like that club's going back behind you and staying on that wall. Not on that wall, is it? Okay. There you go. Okay. There you go. All right, so
That feels so weird.
here we go. Once again, as you go, bring it on back. There you go. All right, now this is a feel. Okay, not how we're going to be, but I need you to kind of shorten it up a little bit, right, and keep this arm.
And you don't want this. You want this.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so you can see that this right shoulder is here, and this shoulder is kind of pulling across. So we do need to do some shoulder stuff. Yep, better. There we go. Once again, set up. Oh, good. No, you're good. Good. Come on, bring it on back for me. There you go. Okay? I'd much rather you be in that position, okay, than where you're at. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay? Uh-huh. There you go. You feel that? So at least you're going to be more consistent through the hitting area, but once I start to break that down, it starts to kind of go crazy.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me some questions for today, big guy. Talk to me.
So, do you want me to try and start getting wider, or is it for now just kind of do what I do and then just focus on closing the face?
Well, I want for us when we're practicing to practice on trying to stay short and wide.
Okay.
Okay. When we're out there playing golf, I don't want those swing thoughts in our head. Okay. That's not the time to try to practice on stuff. That's the time to perform, right? And what I want you to kind of do is get your warm up in. What are we kind of doing, right? Try to hone in on one or two swing thoughts for the day, right? And stick with those things, right? Find out what your shot pattern is and stay with that girl for the dance, okay? Stay with her, okay? Don't try to, oh, I've hit it, you know. And this is what really drives me crazy. I've hit the fairway on 5 of my, first 5 fairways, right? But they're all going left to right. I want a right to left shot. What starts to happen? You start to change and things start going wrong, okay? just go with what your body's giving you for the day,
Mhm.
right? Work with what you got, and you're going to score a lot better, okay? But as far as when we're out there on the course, I don't want you to have a lot of swing thoughts. I want us to just try to get one or two that we can and try to focus on those things and see what the results are, not the
Okay.
whole magna, right?
Okay, right.
Okay? But the big thing is when you're practicing, try to find ways to shorten up that swing, right? One is the wall. Two, okay, if I got like a basket of some sort, let me jump on in there on you, okay? And this is a drill. You usually see Roy putting a ball between his arms or something like that, and that can work too. Let me see it real quick. There we go. Okay. So I'm not trying to hit real big shots with this. I'm just trying to control what my arms and hands do. Okay. So I would just get here, down, through. Okay. Once again. Right. Right, you see where I'm at? It pushes me out and away. I can't get back behind here. It's guarding me, right? And all I'm trying to do is get my left arm parallel here. I'm trying to feel my arms come back down. You see where my chest is? I'm not moving my hands, right? They're still there. It's not till here that they release. Does that make sense?
So when are you releasing?
Still holding that angle. See that
Yeah.
angle? See that angle? Release. Okay? Not up over here.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Okay, so once again, here. All right, you see where my arms are in relationship to my chest?
Yep.
Every time. See that? Those hands don't go back out behind me, they don't go out over here. Not with this drill. Okay. Hold on, Jesus. Okay, once again, let me demonstrate that for you. All right, and once you take a look down the line here so you kind of see that.
Yeah.
So you get all kinds of angles here. Okay, so once again, getting that thing in my chest. It's a little tricky at first, especially when you got slithery clothes on. But here, see how I'm driving that down? Through. Okay, come on over here and give it a shot for just a second. Okay, and what this is really going to train you to do, I'll grab this. Okay. So what I'd probably say is, hey, old girlfriend, you got something to do today? I need you to keep doing this for me.
Okay.
All right? So, yeah. So there you go. Good. It's going to feel a little slippery. Okay? So let's just swing to the left arm parallel to the ground. Yep. Now drive that down in front of you. Yeah, there you go. That's okay. That's okay. That basket, for beginners, the basket should come out in the follow through. Once you start to get a little bit better, you'll see a better feel for that. Okay, here we go. Once again, left arm parallel to the ground. There you go. You feel where your arm is? Okay, now drive that butt of the club down and then release. Yeah!
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
once again. Okay, left arm parallel to the ground. Feel that butt of the club drill down into the ground. Okay, see how you early release there? Okay, that's that move that you have. Okay, where you try to bend it and things start to, okay, once again. Okay. Let go. Ease up. There we go. Okay. I'll bring up the club. Parallel to the ground. Feel that? Okay. Now we're just going to turn, release, and through.
Okay.
Okay? Not too much. You see how you took it past parallel there? Okay. Okay, it's got to be really short. Okay. Yep, down and through. Yes, that's what we're working on right there. Yep. Okay. Do you get a good feel for what we're doing?
Yeah.
Give me one more and I'll let you go for the day. Here you go.
I don't know how you do this yourself.
A lot of practice, man. A lot of practice. All right, left arm parallel. There you go. A little bit. A little bit. Okay. So, once again, let me kind of demonstrate here so you kind of see. All right, and I'll do it on the video here so when you see that on the video. Okay. boom, boom, just as so, right? It's here, and I really want to kind of feel like I'm keeping that wide, and I'm driving that back down.
Okay.
You see where my elbow is? And now, when I see these guys on tour, right here's where they start to release that club, okay? So if we kind of take a look at JT here real quick, so you kind of see it. See how he's still holding that angle? That's where he releases. Right there.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you see how you've got to stand up and back out to release your club?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's what we're trying to avoid. Okay. All right, big guy. Any questions?
Nope.
Talk to me.
Practice, I guess.
Yeah. So what I want you to do is just find like an old range basket if you can, or maybe even like a ball, maybe like a kid's Nerf ball or something like that. Maybe I'm not really sure. But what we want to do is just kind of get this to here, okay? And all I want you to do is just swing to the left arm, almost parallel. This is probably parallel right here, probably just short of it, quarter swing. Okay. Feel yourself driving that club back down, okay? Right here, and then once I get my hands probably just over my right foot here, that's where I'm going to release and I'm going to turn. And and typically what I want to try to do is keep that basket in between, because that tells me that I've closed my forearm.
Okay.
Right, but if I kind of leave it open, see how it kind of goes? Right, so maybe just to kind of start, we just get like this. Does that make sense? Just not without a club, not with a club, but here, driving down, turning through.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
No questions for me today then?
No.
Okay. Get out there and work on it, big guy.
Appreciate it.
You got it.